To have real fear.
You taking real fear?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, with no further ado, they are loading this game up. We are going to be kicking it off with Coliseum CTF. Who do you want to start this match off with?
You know, we were talking about Demon D. Let's go to Demon D.
All right, we are kicking it off with Demon D from Real Fear. And if he's playing anything like his Halo 3 days, I'm assuming he's heading for that sniper rifle.
Yeah, you called it. He's going right there. And actually, not a bad way to go. Oh, my goodness, but a nade flies right into him. And he's going to try and put some shots out on rockets and get one shot. So maybe not the best push there.
Maybe not the best push, but at the same time, he survived both his grenades, and I really liked his position on that ledge there. After he received that first grenade, he realized if another grenade came from that top catwalk, it was going to bounce past him towards the DMR.
Yep, solid dodge there, picking up that perfect and dropping the player who had the sniper, but he's going to get naded, and the sniper is actually now in the hands of his teammate. No, not his teammate. The sniper is in the hands of somebody on the other squad.
Yeah, Shazam moved it all the way back towards his DMR, and I like this positioning. Sniper's one of those weapons that I think you just kind of keep over on the snipe side of the map here on Coliseum CTF and eventually try to get towards the opponent's caves. But until then, you don't need to force it. There's really no reason for Shazam to push over towards where the snipe actually spawns until he gets a pick or two and creates some space on the map for his team to push up.
Agreed. They did just pick up 2 kills, but there's still that pesky player with the carbine that's on top rockets. And when you have a carbine on top rockets, you can really control the map.
Yeah, that's changed the game quite significantly, having that there, and just more cover over towards the top rocket side. We'll jump on with Thurlian, who is Shazam's teammate over on Carnage, who has that devastating carbine, but taken out. One thing that's been surprising here is that Carnage has had so many power weapons. They've had the sniper, they've had carbine over towards top rockets, but I haven't really seen them build across that 50-yard mark. Look at how defensive they're playing.
Yeah, I need to see Kyle's move in there. He just got a double kill for himself, so if he gets a double kill, that means he can push up pretty easily. And I'm just kind of questioning why he's defensive.
Yeah, I mean, at some point when he's uncertain of where the enemies are at, he'd rather play it safe than sorry, let them make a mistake and push on up. That must be the line of thinking, but at the same time, that was a sniper, pretty much the entire 12 bullets in the hands of Carnage, and I didn't really see much come out of it.
No, not really. They weren't really effective in their pushes, but one of the guys I love, Eli Elite right here. Wonderful player, wonderful kid, and a great shot.
Yeah, so what do you think makes Eli Elite such a great player? Because we did see some great shots there, but looks like he can also run the OBJ.
He's really good at running flags in precarious situations like here. He was the last one alive, but I feel like he's going to get a clutch kill here, maybe. And he gets the clutch kill and stays alive with the flag right there. And that's just what he does. In my opinion, he's the best at it. No one else does it better.
Yeah, and looking at that kill feed, a few other members picked up, and that's going to be first flag cap for Real Fear, going up 1-0 on Coliseum CTF.
Fantastic plays there from Eli Lee, the last one alive, just doing everything perfect in the situation. Now, we're on board Case. Case, the trash talker, gets shut down just a little bit here. And now, Sorrel. We haven't given Sorrel a and he has rockets. He has 1 rocket left in the chamber. He's going to be going, getting pushed a little bit on this blue corner, but staying alive really, really well.
Yeah, eventually taken down there. We will jump on board with, we'll go with Thurlian. So see what he can do with this DMR, pushing over towards this rocket side, and eventually gets that pick on Demon D. So taking him out, and this could be their opportunity, pushing up.
Yeah, he's got the great setup right now. He's got the DMR and the carbine, so he's going to be able to sit up on this top area here. Wait for his team to get a pick, and once his team gets those picks that are on side, he can push in around that corner and grab the flag.
Yeah, so now that he's eventually picked off, it seems like he was a little too far up based on where his teammates are up. Yeah. So look at Shazam finally pushing over towards this top snipe bridge with the damage and gets that nice pick on Case.
Yeah, nice headshots there from Shazam. Need to see him control all snipe here, and they have the flagpole, so he's got to look for these spawners going up. They're going to be pulling that, it looks like, rocket side. Oh no, they did drop it. So he's going to have sniper, they're going to get pushed here, so a little bit of a shaky pull.
Yeah, so in the end, one thing that Carnage has been doing good overall is even if they haven't made the most effective use of some of their snipers and some of these weapons, they've been getting their hands on them. So that's really important, the fact that they're able to get control of these weapons and eventually they're going to start to execute.
Yeah, I agree. Shazam's doing a fantastic job. Just using the sniper rifle now. If he picks up this kill, it would be huge. No, he's going for the no-scopes. Does not hit any of the no-scopes. Shazam unfortunately falls. Big defensive play there that was just not working out. And again, you see the guys on the blue team just playing defensive this entire game.
Yep, and then we got Callus now taking the sniper. So we've seen Shazam try to make work with it, Thurlian make work with it, and it's just been none of these members have really been able to actually transition this into an actual cap. So that's been one of my concerns is sometimes we've seen teams that have trouble actually getting their hands on the weapons, but right now we're seeing a situation where they're having trouble actually executing with it. And Demon D, I don't know if I agree with that flag grab. In some case, he had sniper, he had rockets, and maybe if all four were down, sure, but I think he was trying to do a little too much there.
Yeah, Demon D probably should have stayed in that back flag area, waited for his teammates to push up. He had 1 rocket or 2 rockets left and that sniper rifle. Maybe just try and play to protect those weapons and get a cap.
Yeah, so we will jump back on with Shazam, who now has sniper, and I would like to just start to execute here at some point. It's just so many times. We just see every single time they have the sniper, they get picked, and they're playing a little too defensive. Like, look at this play with Bull Shot. Sure, this is great play. He gets a nice double kill. Great play by Hypnotic. But overall, whole point being is they weren't really in positions ever to get flag caps or to help Thurlian. So Thurlian is single-handedly bringing this flag all the way back while all 3 of his teammates were back at his own base. That is such a great sneaky pull there because he had his teammates on the respawn. He's going to be able to bring this here, but they're going to get pinched up. They need to watch out for the counter cap here because if they all fall here, that flag is going to be captured. Yep, we will jump on board to the other side of this. Eli Elite not only getting this flag recovery, but helping get a counter. And this is great recovery. This is what we saw last time, too. The exact same escorting route. Yep, that bottom rocket pull. Yeah, bottom rocket pull, and we had Eli Elite over towards the top rocket side. Last time, he ended up running the rest of the flag in, but there we go. Second capture, and that seems to be Real Fear's strategy at the moment is grab that flag and run it towards rocket side. And I guess that's not too much of a surprise, seeing how few sniper rifles they've had this entire game. Yeah, Eli Elite, again, showing that he can play some objective, escorting his teammate with the flag. They're up 2-0. Good plays, solid plays around again. We have another sniper rifle on this map. Will it be utilized? We don't know. But he is making a good push right now, and they do have a little bit of control here. If they can clear off the top, and nice shot there, clearing him off the top carbine. This is their best opportunity. Not only do they have sniper, but Shazam had rockets over towards the front DMR, and this is that coveted location on Coliseum. If you get sniper in that cave, you have somebody line of sight all the way towards that rocket corner, and you can just back down like this. Look at Cal Scout all the way to no shield, and someone had to run all the way towards that cave. Yeah. I would say that's more of a fault of the teammate not being able to back him up quick enough. Yeah, and because his teammate was able to pull that flag, it might actually come back to hurt them. If this player is not able to get the read, he actually gets the touch. This might be the last flag because they are not all up right now. Double kill again from Case there. Yeah, double kill from there. We also have sniper in the hands of Sorrel escorting this flag back, trying to stop that recovery, but looks like that flag's back, and we do have a little bit more of a chance for Carnage. Ooh, nice no-scope there out of Sorrel. Very underrated player. He's been doing a lot of stuff in that minor league. He gets the nice body shot there to make the player one shot. Gets another kill. Sorrel is going mad with the sniper. This is the play that we were looking for with the sniper rifle. And look at the difference between we've seen 3 or 4 snipers, it seems like, in the hands of Carnage. And the first opportunity we see sniper in the hands of Sorrel or a member of Real Fear, he's just making quick work of it. Yeah, and hopefully he's be able to pick this guy off in the back. He only has 1 shot left in the sniper, so he needs to use it effectively. If he can cover these rockets with the sniper or just get the body shot and get somebody weak, that's going to be a really good chance for them to get the rockets and then put in that last cap, but he falls. Eventually taken down, so we will jump on board Demon D, and here's one of the differences we're also seeing from Real Fear strategy compared to Carnage is even when there are members of the opposing team over at Demon D's base, he's still not afraid to get aggressive, to push in towards that Carnage flag and possibly get a pull. Yeah, and here comes the flag. The flag was just thrown out, and actually Eli Elite has the rockets. He's going to be in that low grass area trying to kill everybody who's going for that return here, but he's going to get tagged up a little bit. This would be huge if he can pick up a couple here's here. Elite missing the rocket there, and they looks like they're going to get the return. Yeah, that's going to be a flag recovery. Seems like on both sides, and Eli Elite just kind of taking his time here, realizing he can just wait for someone to make a mistake. That's one of the beauties of having rockets is you can just wait for someone to come around the corner, get that easy kill, and then make that push up. Yeah. Eli Elite going for that triple kill, almost picking up, but the damage has already been done. Not only does he have 1 more rocket, he has great position on this front bridge. Look at his team collapsing in from rocket corner and from front bridge. Yeah, and they're actually having a little bit of opposition there on the side, but the new sniper is up, and they're going to get this new sniper. And what we've seen from Real Fear is they know how to utilize the sniper, and he's going to get the pull here, and he's going to have that sniper covering him. Case is there on the sniper, and he picks up a headshot. He gets a double kill. Case has the sniper rifle. This is going to be a clear-cut cap, one of the best runs we've seen this game. Yeah, quick run. We thought that they were almost exclusively going from rocket side, but it looks like they clearly can run it towards snipe side when they have control of that area. Yeah, that was a beautiful final run from the guys on Real Fear. So we are going to check out these stats. I mean, it was a 3-0 one-sided affair, but we're going to see how it actually looks from the kill feed. We have 63 kills in favor of Real Fear.
Yeah.
And then we got about, ooh, man, see, we're testing my math right here real quick. 30, 40, 50, 62. So even slaying.
Very even slaying.
63 to 62. It
Yeah.
just goes to show how many times Carnage sat back in their base, just slaying, and not transitioning that into an actual capture.
Yeah.
These are the times where I talk about objective efficiency and how important it is. Sure, sometimes stats can be lopsided from a team who's playing defensively and, you know, getting lots of kills and just keeping people out of their base, but I think it's a clear case of Carnage not being aggressive enough with their power weapons or focusing in the right areas, because every single time we saw them with Sniper, they were just back on their base, back on their bridge.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the power weapon grabs, it's not equal, but they had their fair share of power weapon grabs. They had 4 on this with just one player alone, and then actually the flag grabs here, 6 to the 4.
Yeah, I would say the majority of the time, Sniper was in the hands of Carnage.
Yeah.
They just weren't getting kills with it, or even when they were sitting back on their own flag and not able to push up too far. I would say the furthest we ever saw a Sniper was that one time we saw over in the Real Fear cave, and it got dealt with quickly.
Yep. I mean, it was a good classic game from Real Fear. I think that was very important. We're looking at some highlights here from some of these, and like you see in the highlight here, they're just playing defense.
Yeah, right there. Like we said, double kill, but over on his side of the flag, and here's that call out. You said by getting clutch, getting that kill, and he eventually put that flag capture in.
Yeah. I mean, you see it. Look, even these highlights.
Every single time. All these highlight clips, Carnage just sitting back on their side.
Yeah.
Knox sitting back on his side. Yes, great kills all around, but they need to be charging over instantly, take advantage of that, because if they sit back on their side for too long, 8 or 10 seconds, those kills are negated.
Yeah, I mean, here you see now that Real Fear has a sniper. He's putting shots on people who are in important positions. Those players are getting taken out by his teammates. It's just overall power up control, objective control, way better on the side of Real Fear.
Yeah, and it's just that slaying efficiency. It's pretty rare that a lot of times we see teams squeak by wins when they're getting out slayed or they're even in slays, but this just goes to show how much better Real Fear handled the objective and ran across the map when they needed to. Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because the slays were actually kind of close in that game. The next game type is Slayer on Regret, so have them being even in a Slayer in an objective game, does that translate over to being even in a Slayer game? Not exactly. The way I've always kind of looked at Halo is I feel like the most organized teams and the best teams, they are much tougher to beat in objective games. Much tougher to beat in objective games because there's so much more room for error. For example, you can get down to a 2-0 deficit on a CTF game, or you could even have 99 points against you in a Strongholds game, and you can still come all the way back and win that game if you execute and play perfectly. Whereas Slayer, there's a lot of times there's no room for error. A team can get off to a hot start, get a 10-kill lead or so, and you could play near perfect and climb your way back, but sometimes the game is almost already lost when you have too big of a deficit. And on top of that, too, a lot of these players, like, there's no denying that they have incredible shots. There's no denying that they can go toe-to-toe with them in slaying. We saw that on the scoreboard. 62 kills compared to 63 kills. So it's not a question of can they kill. It's can they kill and transition that into something better. Yeah, I'm going to see who's rotating the best. That's one of my favorite things about Halo 5 is that you actually have to be very crisp on your rotations whenever you're playing any game type. You have to lock down the spawns. In any Halo, you just have to lock down the spawns and rotate and call out correctly. And actually, it was weird. Allegiance did an interesting strat on this map earlier where nobody went for the overshield. Instead, they went for the caster and they went right for the green gun. And it worked out. They went up 4-0 in the beginning of the game. Actually, that was against Real Fear. Yeah, I was going to say, Real Fear, this is a game type that for the first 23, 24 kills, they went even with Allegiance. Yeah. And Allegiance is, we don't have to say it anymore, they're a ridiculously good squad, even though they were taken down by Inconceivable. I would say Allegiance and Inconceivable are a couple of the best teams in the open bracket. If not absolutely. The two best teams in the open bracket. Absolutely. Guys, we're on Slayer Regret. First team to 50 kills wins. There actually is an overtime if they're tied at the end of regulation, but that is very rare. We're going to start things off here with Shazam and see what team can control the overshield off the rip because it is oh so important. We got to get an interview with him at some point later. Find out if that gamer tag comes from the movie or where is it? Was it Kazam or Shazam? It has to be the movie. Everybody loves Shaq, right? And actually, it looks like the overshield might have been burned. I don't see on any screen in our thing, so I'm assuming that was burned, and that's not too uncommon at the start of Regret. A lot of teams are saying, hey, if I can't have it, no one can have it. Yeah, now it's up to who has the best coach or who has the best mental clock
when it comes to being in the right position to grab that overshield on the bottom. But they have another important weapon here. They have the caster, super strong if you know how to use it, charging it up, getting that burst fire effect. Looks like he's going to pick up an easy kill here, no doubt about it. Shazam doing his best with caster.
Yep, working some magic with that thing, and we do see a 4-kill lead and better positioning for Carnage. So our predictions was correct.
Yeah.
We said that these guys can go toe-to-toe when it comes to slaying. It just seems like maybe when it comes to objective power, we're going to have to see if they can hold this lead the rest of the game, though. 6-kill lead, yes, that is significant, but at the same time, that can turn around here on Regret. Anytime you get 4 members down, Regret's one of those games where you can just go back and forth. Spawn slay at red, go to blue. Spawn slay at blue, rinse and repeat.
Yep, all about that movement, calling out, make sure you get that movement correct, make sure nobody is blocking a spawn they're not supposed to. Shazam actually picked up a really nasty double kill earlier. He might get another double kill here. No, not quite able to pick it up, but he does know the player's one shot down there. And oh no, please don't make it happen.
That could have been bad news bears. That was Demon D doing some dirty work there on Shazam. We will jump on with Shazam's teammate Thurlian, see what he's going to do towards this top plasma caster. Right now they're in a comfortable position. I would say Carnage's, one of the downfalls I felt was being too defensive and too passive. So I would say on this game type, I'm not seeing that so far. They're charging kills, they're getting crucial positions. At this point, their only concern really needs to be don't have all 4 down, because at this point they can trade kill for kill, go throughout this entire game, and the way they're playing is working perfectly.
Yeah.
New OS should be up any second. We're going to see who gets this one. This could be the moment that Real Fear needs to turn this game around, but Shazam says no as he grabs that new overshield.
Wow, Shazam. And he's actually going to fall immediately.
He says no, and then he says oh no as he drops right away. That was a quick overshield.
I will give the advantage to them slightly because they know exactly what time it is if there was nobody else in the vicinity, but that was not the burn that you want on the second overshield.
Absolutely not. You want that to last a little bit longer. You get a nice brand new overshield. You don't want that one just to go so quick.
Yeah, now we're on board with Hypotonic here. He is the only one alive on his team. Everybody else is dead. He's trying to stay alive. He's on the P, which is a little bit of an interesting position to be in because you can kind of get flanked from behind.
And Hypnotic's one of the people who I've seen use the bolt shot more than I've seen anyone else in the game so far.
Yeah.
Some of those weapons on the map, maybe players aren't taking advantage of as much because we did see that double kill with earlier.
Just like you said earlier, they just went all 4 down, and now
this is a devastating period.
dangerous.
It's only a 2-kill lead. Their 6-kill lead turned into a 2-kill lead, but more importantly on top of that is just their positioning. It's not just now a 2-kill game. It's they don't have control of top center. They have to kind of push out of here and see how many kills they have to get out of this position.
Yeah, I mean, they are creeping right back into this. Everyone's trying to control that top mid right now, but it's not really possible. We're on board with Eli Elite, one of my favorite guys. Great objective player, great Slayer player. He's going to fall from a nice nade. And now we're on Demon D. Demon D falls, so it looks like the tables are turning again. The battle for top mid is ongoing, and the battle for control has really not even been established. But this is the point where they lost control the last time. So can they do it again?
Yeah, that's a good point. Demon D and them held on just well against the Legions last round, but they fell shortly in this area, and I'm not sure what the answer to that was. I know at one point we saw around like the 30 to 35 kill mark, we saw Spartan get away with that OS and kind of help close out the game, but still at that point, they still had lost like an 8-kill lead, so it might have been that all 4 down situation. The one thing that sticks out to me during these last minute and a half was Carnage had all 4 down. Yeah, it didn't feel like Real Fear took full advantage of that. They had a 2-kill lead, and yeah, now they have a slight bit of a lead, but at some point when you have all 4 down, that's your opportunity where you can get spawn slay after spawn slay. Regret's one of those forgiving maps where when you get all 4 down, you can be in fairly safe positions. You can be towards tank, you can be towards top car, or towards top center, laying down shots at the base with no fear of being shot in the back.
Yeah, and I just feel like nobody's actually using a lot of teamwork. The game is so close because a lot of people are just getting in these one-on-one engagements, and I just feel like maybe that's going to be the trend. Every overshield keeps getting burned. That one was burned at the 46 mark. It's just nobody's actually establishing any kind of control. Nobody's trying to block spawns. It's everybody for each other right now.
Yeah, and that's quite odd to me because we saw Real Fear doing a great job on Coliseum CTF, being organized, running, and protecting the flag together, whereas I feel like Team Slayer is should be easier to organize because you just can make your own strategy, you can work together, you don't have to react to different objectives. So it's a little odd to me that Real Fear is just kind of struggling this compared to Coliseum CTF.
Yeah, and if you look at the screens, Carnage does have that full control of top mid right now, but
They are on Real Field starting to try and work together. Gosh, Real Fear, tongue twister.
Yeah, they make it tough on us casters, and that's all 4 down for Real Fear. This is a situation they got into last game against Allegiance, or last series against Allegiance, where they had all 4 down, and Allegiance pulled off, eventually getting a steak dinner. So we're going to have to see if this is going to be the case here with Real Fear. How are they going to break out of this base setup?
Yeah.
And we see
It's
kind of
happening
individual
again.
efforts. Cyril, Demon D, and Elite all taken down. So this could be all 4 down again for Real Fear.
My
7
goodness.
kill lead for Carnage. Can they close it out?
What is with this team? They just cannot get things together in the end of these games. This next Overshield is going to literally make or break this game at this point, and it looks like Carnage is on board to get this caster again. It doesn't even seem like Real Fear is gone for the caster at all this entire game.
No challenge at all. What time do you say the Overshield
46.
was?
It's
second,
coming up.
and right now I would say Carnage is welcoming Ace or a trade. They realize, guess what? They don't need to get away with Overshield and live. They just need to make sure that nobody has it.
But guess who got it? Our boy Eli Elite.
Eli Elite, let's jump on and see if he can do some work here and bring this game back. 6 kill lead is nothing to laugh at,
Yeah.
and there goes his entire Overshield. So every sort of buffer he had to try to get towards top center and take any damage is gone. Now it's going to be pure skill, pure teamwork from Real Fear.
Yeah, I mean, they need all the teamwork they can get right now. The caster should be pretty low on ammo. The Overshield's burned. Now it just comes down to, hey, we need to stop doing all these individual battles. We have some BRs. Let's start getting top map control and putting down some shots on these spawns.
Yeah, Eli Lee doing a great job shooting those people. Bomb car. I'm looking at the kill feed.
46.
That's 3 members down for Carnage. Only 3 kill game, and they have better positioning. This is not over yet.
Not at all. They had the time make control, and I looked back, and actually Eli Lee looked back to make sure one of his teammates was blocking that spawn in red, so they know they're in that blue area right now. It's just a matter of getting in there, and you can see on these other screens here that they are all hiding. Actually, all of them are hiding on bottom blue. This is not a good place to be if you're on the blue
it's
team.
not. You're just asking to get collapsed on, and right here, one by one, they are getting picked off. Look at this. So safe of positions for Real Fear while they're all crouching down in bottom blue.
Yeah, and actually, I'm looking at Demon D. Demon D actually didn't push with his team there. He kind of stayed on the outside. And now, since they didn't push and they didn't pinch the last 2 players, the spawns are going to flip. This is a really close game now, 46 to 47. 47 to 47 now, 48 to 47. 3 down fresh. This is their game to lose at this point on the side of Real Fear.
Huge play by Real Fear, and you highlighted a great possible mistake there from Real Fear earlier. It's a one kill game away
49.
from 49 to 48. See
He's
if
gonna challenge.
Case
He
clear
gets
this up,
it.
but game victory for Real Fear. That's 2-0 in favor of Real Fear. But the one thing I wanted to highlight there was the situation where you said they didn't collapse in on blue and kill his last couple members. If they had played that poorly, or possibly if Carnage had pushed out immediately, they could have had split spawns from blue and red and got towards top center.
Agreed. I could not agree more. You got to commit to the push no matter what happens. Oh, wow. Look at this. Eli Elite, our guy, 18 and 12.
Some
in that
big
Slayer game.
numbers right
Yeah.
there, and solid assists across the board.
Absolutely.
Everyone's almost near double digits. Kill or 2 away, or
Yeah.
assist or 2 away from double digits there, but 26, 32 assists for Real Fear there, and that's, I guess, not so surprising based on sometimes we didn't see them pushing together. Like you said, that first kind of half of the game, it seemed like we watched 4 individuals kind of pushing around, doing their own thing, trying to get kills, and they seemed to come together a bit better towards the end, where we saw Eli Elite pushing towards pink. I believe it was Case who was pushing towards bomb center and trying to get those guys at bottom blue. So that was great collapse there from Real Fear.
Yeah, they finally started controlling and setting up for the Overshield. I'm sure they knew when it was going to be up, but maybe they just weren't setting up early enough. I know a lot of teams, they try and set up maybe 10 seconds before, but in my opinion, I feel like you got to give it at least a good 20 seconds. Be like, hey, guys, the Overshield is going to be coming up. Let's just kind of sit down on the bottom. They can have that top mid control because we're going to get Overshield and we're going to take it back, plus get those 4 kills, and then set off that spawn trap.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think teams have different kind of sets of strategies there. For that situation. Like you said before, Allegiance kind of gave up Overshield and went for caster stuff. Other teams kind of seem to prioritize getting towards top center and realize that they can maybe go back over and scoop Overshield when it comes a little closer to its time. Because sometimes I think sitting towards that bomb base for too long, you're just giving up too much position on the map. But some teams do that, and sometimes they are successful, pushing down there, grabbing that Overshield, and then just taking over top.
Yeah, it was a good win for Real Fear. I think they might have learned a lot there towards the end. you did see them starting to kind of mobilize. I really wish we would have seen that full collapse because that's something beautiful to see when they, for whatever reason, all 4 of the guys on Carnage were on bottom mid. I don't know who is.
Yeah, that was the surprising part, where they're all bottom blue, but you also point out that one time like Demon D didn't collapse in from the base too, so that could have also been maybe one of the reasons that they didn't have the firepower needed, because even if you have 4 members cornered into blue, you still need to bring at least a few members in there to shoot them from different angles and get those finishes.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, next game type is going to be Strongholds on Eden. For those of you guys who don't know what Strongholds is, you have to control 2 points to gain points. If you actually have 3 of the capture points, you're going to get points extremely quick, but it's very, very hard to hold all 3. That's when Strongholds, you have to rotate. This is the rotation game type.
Absolutely. It's one of those game types where you see some teams just try to be static and hold the 2 that they already have. Other teams, someone like an Allegiance, players like Conley and Spartan, they're going to be aggressive the whole game. They're going to charge and try to go for that triple cap all day long.
Yeah, and actually Strongholds on Eden.
And even trade captures.
Yeah. Strongholds on Eden is actually pretty hard to do the 3 cap, so if your teamwork is good, you can do it.
Well, we are going to kick this one off with 2009 MLG National Champion Demon D from Real Fear trying to make his comeback here at UGC St. Louis, and starting it off by going towards bottom mill, hitting some nice BR shots, trying to help his teammates get control of that overshield. Yeah,
and because he did that, Sorrel was actually able to get the overshield, and Sorrel's actually pushing. He's got full rockets and overshield. He's going to be able to capture blue band no problem at all here if he stays in. I feel like somebody should come in and help him out and not waste his overshield in the hill.
Yeah, we'll see, but it looks like he's a one-man wrecking crew at the moment, and I like this play, this patience. He realized that his teammates can get an eye on top catwalk, but I don't know if I fully agree with this part right here. Just kind of felt like I felt like I really liked the beginning of that, where he was staying towards blue band, seeing if any members were coming towards blue 2, give him an easy rocket kill. But then it just seems like he kind of panicked a little bit, tried to hit a long-range shot, and got caught off guard at blue catwalk.
Yeah, he wound up knocking off most of his own overshield with that rocket.
Yes.
So,
but in the end, still has rockets,
sure,
helping get control of the top catwalk. But his team is now just getting control, and I'm not sure if that was the best use of overshield and rockets.
Yeah, maybe doing a little bit more strategic work there. Whenever I have rockets, I love to just kind of control that blue band red nest area because it's much easier to hit the rockets in those situations. But we got a guy here.
Awareness by DMD, realizing that nobody. Wow, bait and switch there on DMD, taken down by 2 members of Carnage. Those guys working well together so well right there. I believe that was Shazam and Thurlian.
Yeah, and that was actually 3 down for the guys on Real Fear. And
huge bait and switch. But I was going to say, I wanted to commend DMD's awareness, realizing he just figured, all right, it's been long enough. If someone's going to push across the top catwalk, they've done it already. That means they are flanking around through security. So he was aware of that, sniffed it out, but did not realize he sniffed out 2 players.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is actually going to be a huge battle here for Shazam. Shazam's going to try and control this guy in the back here. Looks like that nade might be good. Not good enough to take him out, unfortunately, but they just lost control. Nobody was at blue, and he's getting distracted by this one player that's at back base here. So
yeah, over towards that back base, and this whole time, Real Fear is still scrapping up points.
Yeah.
This is a little surprising there because, as you said, during that time in security, we saw 3 members down. At that point, my first instinct is, all right, we just need to spread up and at least capture 2 of the areas.
Yeah. Shazam was just on a little bit of a mouse on here. He does take out a player who was on that top security area, but he's not really doing too much for his team right now, just fighting random battles. And
here's one play I also am not too ecstatic about is the camo guy just being passive. I always like to be aggressive with the camo, not defensive. My whole thought is the camo person is one of the best people possible to create some sort of action, to get some sort of advantage when you're pushing in.
Yeah.
In most games, in most shooters, I would say, the defensive player has some sort of advantage by standing back and waiting for an opportunity. And right there just seemed like a panic play. I mean, he had camo, came behind an overshield rocket guy, and decided to panic start shooting.
Yeah. Not the greatest play there out of him, but Demon D also respectfully making the good play with the overshield and the rockets there, taking out the camo player. Now he says, okay, guys, the camo's done. We don't need to worry about getting back smacked. Let's play super aggressive, which is what they're doing. They're actually holding what some people would call the poor man's setup of this map, where you're holding the 2 outside bases instead of holding that top nest base.
Yeah, Demon D eventually taken down. And I think one reason a lot of people kind of call it like that poor man's setup, that T2 is coined that word, is it's a lot tougher just to hold those 2 compared to having like catwalk. Catwalk's such a power position.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, Eden's kind of one of those maps where you can hold almost any 2 strongholds on the map. One thing I want to highlight while saying Eli Elite's death screen is look at how he's rotating his death screen around that entire time. So you can call out to his teammates exactly where players are at, or in this land environment, you can even show your teammates to your screen, say, he's exactly right here. And teammates will screen watch, look over, and get a better idea of what they're going up against.
Exactly. Eli Elite is wise beyond his years. He's truly a great player. I've played with him online a bunch, and I just feel like he makes a lot of the right calls.
Yeah, so that's great. It's just a great example, too, of what you can bring to your team even when you aren't in the game, per se. When you are in death screen, you are still an asset to your team. And Eli Elite going for one of those free-for-all ground pounds, ends up getting the kill on Shazam, and helping over near OS side.
Yeah.
I don't know exact comment. It has to be
Oh, my
gets it
goodness.
on the rocket guy, gets overshield, gets rockets, and that's kind of sealing the deal almost
That
on
is
this
why.
game.
That is why I love this player. He just knows where to be. His positional awareness is so great. He knew that there was going to be a player there dropping down. He knew the exact time because they've been controlling the overshields, and now he has overshield and rockets, and that's just going to be that's got to be it for this game. They have the trip guy.
I can't foresee this coming back here from Carnage, but I'd love to be proved wrong. This is going to be a 92-5 lead at the moment. I believe Red Nest just went over towards Carnage, but Eli Elite realizing somebody has to push over towards Blue Band because Blue Band's going to be quite a bit easier to reach compared to Catwalk.
Yeah, and it's actually looking pretty grim here for the guys on Carnage. They're pushing, but he's going to soar in with these rockets here. He's got one player in front of him, but it looks like his teammates are going to take care of him. Guys, that one might just do it. 99-100-5, and they get the nice 3-0.
And I believe all those points early on were they got the first 4 or 5 points early on.
Yeah.
So that was weird for Carnage. It seems like they did not take advantage. Sometimes they got slays, and that seemed to be the same exact story in game number 1, Coliseum CTF.
Yeah, the slays almost not identical, but very close again.
Yeah, we got 33 to 22, 32.
Yeah, I mean, not bad at all. That's definitely a manageable slayer ratio. We've seen people win games with less slays many times. It's just the objective work from Real Fear just proved to be too dominant. You look at things like strongholds captured, strongholds defense here. Just more defense.
Yeah, but outslaying by 11 kills and winning by 95 points.
Yeah.
It's, that's extremely objective efficient, but I feel like Carnage in the future just needs to work a bit more on their objective efficiency and just knowing where to push and when to push. It just felt like they would have advantage getting a couple members down, and anytime you have like a 4-on-2 situation, fly towards enemy's base. Even if you don't find those members, even if one's back at your own base, you can still push in, get spawn kills on the spawners, grab the flag, run it back, and get the slays on the back.
Yeah. When you're on a team that slays heavy like that and can show that you can compete as slayers, do you feel confidence in that, or do you want to just say, hey, guys, I know we're good slayers, but we really need to just stop being slayers and work on objective?
By no means do you ever want to say we need to stop being slayers, because I do highlight objective efficiency quite a bit as being an important decider or divider between these top teams. However, at the same time, the best teams are the ones that can outslay. They need to have that firepower. Sure, you could be the most objective efficient team in the world, but if you're getting outslayed every single game by 20 or 30 kills, guess what? You're probably not going to be winning most of those games.
Yeah, we just saw that excellent bait and switch there from the blue squad. Unfortunately, not able to do anything with it. Here's this great little sequence here from Eli Elite. He picks up the kill here while being one shot, and then the game sealer right there.
Yes. The nicest part about that, too, was during that time, I think that guy started to reload the rockets for him. I think if Eli Elite waited just a slight bit longer, he wouldn't have to reload the rockets. That would have been nice.
Timing. The timing was too perfect for him. But, guys, as you see, 3-0, 50-48. The Slayer was great and fun, and then 105 there on the Eden Stronghold. Just kind of slipped away. The objective work, again, not too great on the side of Carnage. But, you know, there's hope for them. They are good Slayers. They know that they can compete with some of the best when it comes to Slayer, and that just means they need to start working on their communication, working on where to push and where to block.
Yeah, and that's one of the nicest parts, too, is if you already have the kind of that team skill, like the individual shots, that's stuff that can be worked on and improved. You just need to start realizing those individual situations. In some cases, it can be as simple as, let's focus this area. Try to make a point of pushing towards Snipe Side or pushing towards the enemy cave on Coliseum so that you can eventually get a flagpole. It just kind of brings everyone together in the same vicinity.
Yeah. What kind of confidence boosters does this give Real Fear going on? Because they did lose 3-0 because they weren't objectively playing, but now they have the objective work. Does this boost their confidence going forward?
Absolutely. I mean, I think in their eyes, they were probably taking it a game at a time. They realized, guess what? We can't overlook any team. We need to take this one game at a time and make sure we actually make it to championship bracket. That was their first, foremost goal. Now they're going to start with pretty much a clean slate.
Yeah.
They're going to go into championship bracket. They're going to be in a double elimination format and be able to just kind of take game by game there. But at the same time, they have to